Reese just had a night to forget, turning what should have been a game into a highlight reel of mistakes. Chicago Sky fans aren't holding back either, blaming players, roasting the coach, and debating excuses like it's a sport of its own. To make things even wilder, some are throwing around inflated viewership claims just to match Caitlin Clark's massive spotlight. What followed felt less like basketball and more like a reality show meltdown, with the off-court drama outshining the full. The energy in the arena was electric, and the game was still within reach. But instead of delivering a clutch moment, what came next was the exact opposite. It wasn't a highlight. It wasn't even a solid attempt to recover. It was a collapse so surprising it made fans double-check the score to be sure they were watching a real professional game and not a comedy sketch. The kind of collapse that made even the fans in expensive courtside seats want to head for the exits. This wasn't just a routine mistake or a single bad trip down the floor. It was a full unraveling happening right in front of everyone. Think of it as the basketball equivalent of forgetting your keys, leaving the stove on, and realizing your homework got destroyed all in the same moment. The reaction from Sky supporters said it all, a stunned silence as their supposed star turned the spotlight into complete darkness. That's when the real drama kicked in. A collapse like this never ends on the court. Fans immediately turned into detectives, dissecting every angle, tossing around wild theories, and stacking excuses higher than Reese's trademark lashes. The coach, of course, became the first target, because in moments like this, it's always easier to blame the sideline than admit the star just came up short. Mistakes. It was the rotations. It was the play calls. It was the coach failing to unlock her so-called untapped potential. Never mind that the ball was in her hands. Never mind that she had chances to deliver. Online, the meltdown turned into a full-blown conspiracy board, with theories wild enough to sound like a government cover-up rather than a WNBA game. Some claimed the coach didn't put her in the right spots, didn't build the offense around her, didn't script the perfect plays, as if basketball comes with cheat codes. You'd think he tied her shoelaces together and whispered, "Good luck," before the final possession. One shaky performance was all it took for the narrative to flip. Reese went from being the future of the league to being painted as a victim of poor coaching. But the truth is, this isn't just about one bad game. It's about the massive Caitlin Clark-sized spotlight overshadowing everything Reese does. While Reese is fumbling away crunch time moments, Clark is making history look routine. Her highlights don't just land on social media, they go viral. They fill arenas, they sell tickets, and they are dragging league viewership into the national spotlight. His biggest viral moment ended up being her collapse when the game mattered most. It felt like a split screen for women's basketball. On one side, Caitlin Clark draining logo threes, packing arenas, and redefining what star power looks like. On the other, Angel Reese missing chances while her fan base unraveled online. One player is becoming the league's front-facing star. The other is becoming the poster child for excuses. That's when the conversation got even more bizarre. When the results aren't flattering, some fans reach for the ultimate escape route, fake viewership claims. According to these numbers, the WNBA isn't just rising. It's suddenly outdrawing the NFL, Taylor Swift concerts, and maybe even the moon landing. But once you peel back the layers, the record-breaking talk usually comes from comparing niche cable slots to primetime networks or padding totals with every clip view and Instagram scroll. Clark, meanwhile, doesn't need the smoke and mirrors. Her impact shows up in real data. ESPN ratings spike when she plays. Teams are moving games into bigger arenas just to meet ticket demand. The growth isn't a storyline. It's a measurable, undeniable reality.
Alright, man, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Short Time. Y'all already know what time it is. So, man, let's have a conversation, bro. Man, I want to say, what the hell is going on with the Chicago Sky? Something is off to me. I'm watching them from the jump. This team don't seem to be there mentally. Looks like players are mentally checked out. Now, shout out to Angel. I want to say this. Angel, for the most part of this game, she went out there and competed. Seemed like she was the only one that really showed up.
And that's what makes the fake number game even more laughable. It's like flashing a forged marathon medal while the real winner is still sprinting laps around you. But Sky fans don't stop there. When blaming the coach and cooking up inflated ratings lose steam, the fallback becomes the classic, blame the refs. Suddenly every whistle is biased, every no call is a setup, and the league itself is accused of plotting to elevate Caitlin Clark by tearing down Angel Reese. Because nothing says level-headed sports debate quite like inventing a referee conspiracy to explain a missed layup, some supporters even turned their criticism inward, pointing at Reese's teammates. They weren't giving her enough help. They weren't setting her up. They weren't protecting her reputation. In one breath, she's portrayed as unstoppable. In the next, she's too delicate to succeed without perfect conditions. The contradictions come so fast they'll give you whiplash. At the heart of all this noise is the Caitlin Clark factor. Every move Reese makes is instantly measured against Clark. Every slip is magnified. Every success is dissected. The narrative is less about Reese herself and more about how she stacks up against a rival on a very different path. Clark continues to deliver on the court, while Reese's story is increasingly being carried by social media spin and creative scorekeeping.
Chicago Sky just got defeated by a pretty boring game too, okay? Even though Angel Reese went off, okay, like she usually does. You know, she got her double-double. She got 20 points, 10 rebounds, I believe. You know, with her stats, it is impressive. But again, it's like we are on a decline. This whole team, the entire Chicago Sky, as an organization, as a franchise, is on a great decline, okay? And it's controversy. Of course, there's always some controversy surrounding this damn team. And I may make some controversial takes on this, but I believe like a lot of people would actually agree with what I got to say about Angel Reese being a point guard, because I'm tired of it.
Here's the reality. Angel Reese is gifted. She's got the size, the motor, and the charisma to be a star. But what's missing is consistency when the game is on the line. No wave of excuses or inflated numbers can cover that up. In crunch time, players either deliver or they don't. And this time, she didn't. What makes it worse is that the excuses don't protect her. They highlight the problem. Instead of owning a bad night, fans are twisting themselves into knots, inventing reasons why it wasn't her fault. It's like watching someone trip on the sidewalk and then blame the pavement, the shoes, the weather, and even the stars. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark isn't just playing. She's dominating. Scoreboards don't count Twitter threads. The league doesn't hand out trophies for creative storytelling. And TV ratings don't skyrocket just because a fan base insists they should. At the end of the day, what matters is performance. Until Reese proves she can step up when it counts, she'll be remembered less for her game and more for the never-ending excuses that follow her.